Hey guys, it's Big Drew, and today I have a really awesome Moze build that I've been working on that I'm going to be calling Killer Queen Moze. And that's because it is an explosion themed build, and that I really wanted to make a build around the Plague Bearer and also just around explosions in general, just blow everything up, make those enemies bite the dust if you catch my drift. But yeah, so your main mobbing weapon for this build is going to be the Plague Bearer, which is like the most insane weapon ever. It's probably my new favorite weapon for sure. So I have different versions for all of them. So as you can see here, I have 3 different elements. Probably the most useful ones: Shock, Corrosive Fire with the 150% radiation under half health anointment. I also have these for the splash damage anoint as well, because this build is going to be well, I'll show you a skill tree in a second. Anyway, so yeah, you got for mobbing, you're gonna have these. You also have the some good yellow cakes with the same annoyance, ion cannons, the quickies. We got chaosons, Tig's boom, pretty much every good splash damage weapon. Anyway, actually, you know what? Let's hold off on the skill tree for a sec. So yeah. The Sandhawk's going to be really good for single targets. I have a bunch of different elements. Fire, Corrosive Shock again with the same element, because this is pretty much just the single best annoying you can have for Moze, because her skill tree gives you a lot of ways to build around a Deathless artifact. As you can see here, we got this Snowdrift Deathless. So if you look at my shield capacity, is currently 73,000, which is quite a bit. But our health is always going to be 1, which allows this anointment to be active all the time. So it's pretty much just a blanket 150% damage bonus, which is really, really good. We have this Chelonian shield, which is 3 turtle parts on a purple shield. I have a different version. I have 3 different elements: radiation, shock, corrosive, as well as this one, while sliding, build up energy that refills a portion of your shields. If you don't want to use Iron Bear spam, as this build, I wanted to give you the possibility to use no Iron Bear or to spam it for infinite ammo if you want. It really doesn't matter. You can do both. I also have a bunch of different cloning maddening trackers because, like I said, this is an explosion build, which means you're going to be throwing grenades pretty much all the time. I have on grenade thrown. I also have 3 different elements: shock, corrosive, radiation. I don't have fire because Moze deals bonus fire damage just from her skill tree. Plus, I don't really use these that much. It's only really for bosses. Our main class mod is going to be the Bloodletter, which is going to basically keep us up all the time because our health regeneration isn't very good. But we're going to be spamming these cloning maddening trackers pretty much at all times to keep our ammo up. And also it's going to keep us at full health at the same time because of the Bloodletter class mod and the skill Vampire. Again, Snowdrift Deathless is pretty much all you really need. It's the only artifact I included because it lets you have these anointments all the time. It also makes it harder for you to die. It's just really good in general. Yeah, so Bloodletter. Also, if you want to use the Sandhawk against bosses, we have the Minesweeper, which is just going to allow you to get huge chains and insta-kill bosses. So yeah, let's take a look at the skill tree then. So we're going to do a lot of green tree, all of blue tree, pretty much, and then a tiny bit of red tree. So let's do the green tree. Actually, let's do the red tree first. So just 5 points into armored infantry for a little bit of gun damage. and Thin Red Line, 2 points of Thin Red Line, just going to give us 40% more shield, but it doesn't actually matter about our health, because our health's always going to be 1. And instead of putting 3 points into Thin Red Line, I put 1 extra into Drowning in Brass, just because for 1 point, you get a maximum of 12% damage, and that seemed much more worth it to me than just a little bit more shield capacity, when our shield capacity is already so high. So yeah, next we have Cloud of Lead in the green tree, so that's just going to give you... every 4th shot you get bonus incendiary damage, which is really good. 2 points into Matched Set. I mean, this skill isn't, like, broken or anything, but if you do what I do and you have 3 different Plague Bearers, it's going to give you good damage, because they're obviously all Torg weapons. 1 in Redistribution for extra crit damage, as well as ammo regen, which is really nice. Scrappy for whatever you're moving, so it's always good to be moving, just in general, when you're playing on higher difficulties. So if you're constantly moving, you're also going to have like a constant 24% damage boost, bonus handling, swap speed, all produces. This skill's really good. And then 3 for bonus incendiary, because not only are you getting extra like incendiary for free, also whenever you use an incendiary weapon, you just get a big bonus to it. No, Scorching RPMs is a good skill, but we're not going to be using it for this build, because our primary weapons are going to be launchers for the most part, and they fire super slow, and that's fine. You don't really need fire rate on them, and they're not really critting, so the crit damage isn't that important. Iron Bank for more mag size, of course, really good, and then we're going to stop at Some for the Road. So, if you want to change the skill tree a bit, you don't even need to go this far. I just wanted this because I like to have the option for it if I need. Like, if I wanted to speed kill a boss without wasting sniper ammo from the Sandhawk, then this is good. For example, in the Wotan fight, I really like this because I can just infinite spam the Sandhawk, which is really nice. I don't have to worry about ammo. And finally, the blue tree, do not spec into Fire in the Skag Den, because when you deal splash damage, you're going to set yourself on fire and die instantly because you have 1 health. It's pretty lame. Grizzled for just to move down the tree, pretty much. We're not really using Iron Bear at all. 5 into Torg Cross Promotion. This gives you 30% splash damage and a chance to double your radius. So that double splash damage radius is going to be huge for just killing huge groups of enemies. Really good in the takedown. Plus 3 in Means of Destruction, which is just splash damage, and you get, this is where spamming your grenades is going to give you ammo back and grenades. So basically you have infinite grenades, you have infinite ammo in your rocket launchers, so it's really, really strong combination. This skill is really important. This was just to move down the tree later on. Pull the Holy Pin, Grenades Crit, which also gives you more ammo regeneration. Vampire is where pretty much all of your health regeneration is coming from, which, yeah, I agree, it's a little bit annoying, but you're spamming the grenades anyway for the ammo, so you might as well have good healing, too. One to the last, obviously this is really good, it gives you grenades and second wind, and then, yeah, like I said, this was to get down to short fuse. So, I mean, you're doing constant explosions with your Plague Bearers, so then the Plague Bearers also have a 20% chance to do a second explosion, so, I mean, if you can't tell, it's a really strong combination. So yeah, we have all of our Guardian rank. And then for our modifiers, we have More Than Okay Boomer. You get extra grenades. Like I said, you're spamming grenades all the time. Healy Avengers kind of doesn't do anything. Ticked Off, really not important. These two don't really matter at all. And then Buddy System. Like, you're shooting a Plague Bearer, which shoots homing rockets, so the buddy systems basically don't exist. And also, if you kill yourself with your own splash damage, they're an easy second win. You don't have to worry about, like, getting a kill. Buddy systems are really easy if you have, like, an area of effect build like this. So yeah, I mean, also the Iron Bear stuff, this really doesn't matter. I didn't even read these, I'm not gonna lie. I just put on the first things, because I'm never ever gonna be shooting while I'm in Iron Bear. It's pretty much only to stay alive, and to proc Annoyance. So yeah, that's it for the skill tree. I showed you all the weapons already. So, you know, I'm gonna do a little bit of the takedown, just to show you guys that this build is really good for just about anything, even the hardest content. This isn't a true takedown, because I'm bad at this game, but if you're good at the game, then the true takedown for sure is possible. But yeah, I'm not going to do the full takedown. I'm just going to show you that even when there's tightly packed groups of enemies, you're still going to be killing everything really easily. And tomorrow I was thinking about doing a full takedown run, which would be cool, with Moze. So I haven't played Moze much before this, but I really wanted, like I said, I really, really wanted to make an explosion build. and she's definitely the best character for it. So yeah, now that I'm through, I use the Sandhawks to kill those guys, and now this is where the fun begins. I'm just gonna start laying into enemies with the Plague Bear, and everything's gonna die. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the mini-map in the top right, you're going to start seeing the red dots disappear. I went down, that's fine, I'll get right back up. Sometimes, as much as your shields are super high, sometimes you just, like, an enemy gets right in your face, especially the War Dogs, and your own Plague Bearer shots just down you, which is really annoying. But most of the time you get up just about instantly, like that, again, because you have tons of grenades out, you have tons of Plague Bearer shots going off all at once, everything's dying. It's a really fun time. I gotta say, I really wanted to make this build, and I really am enjoying it so far. So yeah, I mean, we haven't even been going for very long, and everything's down already. The door should be opening soon, I bet after I kill these last couple enemies. But yeah, so the door's open, and now I'm gonna use the Sandhawk plus some for the road for this, because it's the fastest way to kill it, basically. So I know people don't really like Iron Bear spam, so you don't even need it. I just think it's easier for me personally. And he has a buddy system that I didn't realize. I would have waited to do that. I don't know where it is. Wait, what? Is he glitched? I don't see a buddy system. I just see he's immortal. Hold on, let me use a Sandhawk just to get up for a sec. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind, apparently. So yeah, now I got my Iron Bear back, so let's do exactly what I tried to do the first time. And I killed myself. Wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, the damage output for the Sandhawk is just completely insane. The splash damage is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on. I am going to do the Valkyries, but I'm not going to go past there, just because it takes too long, and I don't want this video to be 20 minutes. So I'm actually going to do something interesting. Instead of using the Sandhawk for the Valkyries, I'm actually just going to use the Plague Bearer, just to show you how absolutely ridiculous this thing is. Not only for bossing, not only for mobbing, but even for bosses. This thing is just completely insane. It's like my new favorite weapon, pretty much. So we're going to use our Shock Plague Bear. Yeah, the shields are gone instantly, which is really, really satisfying, I have to say. Because, I used to have a lot of trouble doing the takedown with Moze, but ever since the Plague Bear dropped, it's pretty free. It feels good. At least the normal takedown. I'm not claiming to be some kind of true takedown speedrun or anything, because I'm really just not that good at this game. I just play for fun. So yeah, we got my boy Sig Drift over here. We're going to break the shield. And then, oh, that was fire. Whoops, I meant to use the corrosive one. I didn't even break the shield anyway, so. Let's break the shield. And then go corrosive. I keep going to fire. What am I doing? My order's weird. It's not what I'm used to. So yeah, we're taking good chunks. As you can see, it doesn't take many shots to break. And yeah, so now we're going to go back to fire. And make sure, it's very important that you make sure you're spamming grenades pretty much at all times, or else you're going to go down. Because, yeah, pretty much all of your health regen is coming from Vampire and the Bloodletter, that combination. So Hilder just got destroyed by I don't even know what. I honestly don't know what just killed Hilder. But it died, so that's cool. So I'm gonna, yeah, it really doesn't even matter what element you're using. The Plague Bearer takes no prisoners whatsoever. So Raita already has no shield, which is good, which means we can just shoot the Plague Bearer right at her. Well, that was not what I wanted. Hey, we got up instantly. Nice. So Raita's on her last legs. Perfect, perfect. So we're making good time on this Valkyrie fight, especially because I've only used launchers, no Sandhawk or anything. But yeah, this is just proof that the Plague Bearer is awesome. That's why I really wanted to make a build around it. I've been having so much fun using this thing. So yeah, just as long as you keep your grenades up, you're pretty much a god and one of the strongest characters. Yeah, just that was cool. Ha! We shot once and two of them died. That's the power of the plague bearer. So yeah, that's the Valkyries. So yeah, I mean, if anyone's having trouble with Moze, I would highly recommend this build. Like, it's really just you spam grenades and you hold down the trigger with the Plague Bearer. That's pretty much all you have to do, and everything dies. So yeah, if you like Moze and you want a cool build that revolves around blowing literally everything up, then here I got this one for you. Thanks for watching.